Now, this tomorrow marks 1 year since the assassination attempt at President Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. The president recounted that moment in an exclusive interview with his daughter-in-law, Lara Trump.
I didn't know exactly what was going on. I got whacked. There's no question about that. And fortunately, got down quickly. People were screaming, and I got down quickly, fortunately, because I think they shot 8 bullets. And one got me, and one got another one, and one got another one. And our sniper, within less than 5 seconds, was able to get him from a long distance with one shot. If he didn't do that, you would have had an even worse situation. So we got a little bit lucky in that regard.
Lara, so good to see you. It's an incredible interview, just the snippets I've seen of it. But he's your father-in-law. You deal with him a lot. He's much closer than a lot of father-in-laws are to their daughters-in-law. How has it changed his life, that experience?
I think it was instantaneous, and I think President Trump is the first person to tell you that, David. He admits that he believes it was an act of God that saved his life, that it was truly a miracle. He says in that interview, there were 8 bullets that were fired, and I think it was cut out of that clip, but he does say one did hit and kill Corey Comparatore, the firefighter, of course, we all know about. And I think you look back at the convention when he was on stage days after he almost lost his life, came within centimeters of losing his life, and he honored Corey with his firefighting outfit there on stage at the convention. But look, he's always been a religious person. I think it has brought him closer in a lot of ways to God, and I think it has really hardened him in a way in terms of what he has to do for this country. He believes his life was spared to save America, and I think he is wasting 0 time in executing that mission. You see it in the first 6 months of his administration, the second time around. Incredible stuff, but I think it changed him from the moment that happened, and I don't think anyone could come back from something like that and not be impacted.
Lara, that moment right after he was shot, where he was surrounded by Secret Service who were willing to take the next bullet themselves for him, but he insisted on standing up and thrumping the fist into the air 3 times with a fight, fight, fight. What was the meaning of that? Was he trying to get a message to the crowd or to the world at large? What do you think the meaning of that? It was obviously reflexive, but why did he say that?
Yeah, well, and by the way, the Secret Service did not like him standing up, just to be clear. They were upset with that. They wanted him to stay down. But, when you talk to him about this, what he'll tell you is that he looked out in the crowd in the moment he was on the ground, and he said, these people thought I was gone, and they were, grief-stricken, and they were panicked. And he said, I knew I had to get up and let the crowd there in Butler know. But really, David, I would say the rest of the world know that he was okay. So he said, that's what I felt like I needed to do. Stand up, put my fist in the air, and yell, fight, fight, fight. Iconic. We'll never forget where we were when that happened. That is a moment, a photo that will live on for, history.
And we got to mention, of course, if it's not obvious, that he risked his life by doing it. There was a reason why the Secret Service was surrounding him. There was an active shooter who killed a man in the crowd, and he stood up and felt the need to go out and say that. Next one, Lara, it's bringing it back to you, if you don't mind, Chair. The RNC Chair, Michael Whatley, says the entire Republican universe would rally behind you if you decided to run for North Carolina's vacant Senate seat next year. Are you going to do it?
Oh, you want me to break some news right here this morning on Barney and Company? You know what? It's amazing because I've seen, David, the way that service can impact so many. And I've seen that from my father-in-law. It's a big decision, though. I've thought about it twice now already, potentially becoming a senator, running for a Senate seat. I thought about potentially trying to fill Marco Rubio's big shoes down in Florida when he became our Secretary of State. But it's a big conversation to have with my family. Nothing has been decided. It's all kind of fresh, but I can tell you it would be an honor to serve the people of my home state of North Carolina should I ever have that opportunity. So stay tuned as well.
You are serving Fox very well. I got to tell you that. We'd be sorry to miss you if you did, but it's up to you. We're going to be watching your show, My View with Lara Trump, this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for that full